Hi guys, another video, and on this one, keeping on with my NeetCode slash LeetCode grind, we will be solving three sum. We had solved two sum in of n time complexity, and now we have to solve three sum. So before I solve three sum, I will look into the two sum solution, and the second solution is what I came by myself, so that I know how it is solved. So we have to now do threesome. I think I'll start threesome doing over here, and then I'll do the same over here so my daily streak is maintained on both of the platforms because I have ADHD. So let's read. Given an integer, so I will give myself only 30 minutes. I think I have a timer function over here. I'll only give myself 30 minutes to solve this because I think that's fair. And if I don't, then I'll look at the solution. Let's go. Given an integer array nums, return all triplets, okay, such as they are not, all of them are not equal. So I is not equal to j, I is not equal to k, j, and nums this equals to 0. Same thing over here, where all are distinct. Notice that the solution must not contain duplicate triplets. Over here, if we look at this solution, we'll see that nums 0, 1, 2 is equal to 0. The distinct triplets are um, okay, so the index needs to be different as 0, 1, 2. So we have 0, 1, 1. The only possible triplet does not sum up to 0, which is correct. Output is a list of ints. Then we have nums is equal to 0, 0. The only possible triplet sums up to 0, and the indexes cannot be the same. So I think the meaning is you can't just say 0, 0, 0. That is not counted. And what is the output we are giving? The output is actually just the triplet that is being formed. Okay, how would I solve this? Um, just just give me 2 minutes. I have to pause this. Oh, sure not. Okay, fine. Um, let's now think how would we solve this. I have no idea right now, so I'm just thinking. Let's take this solution. So if I have minus 1, 0, 1, 2, minus 1, 4, and we want that. Okay, so the first thing is if the length of the list is divisible by 3. 0, 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 0, 3, 4, but they're sequential, right? So we have 0, 1, 1, 2, 4, 0, 3, 4. So I think the very first thing is, I mean, this could be of O of n cube, but I just take this, I check, I choose this, then I check. I mean, the naive solution would be I choose the first number, then I form the addition with all of the numbers. I choose the first number, then I choose this next number to it, and see if it forms 0 with anyone. If not, I choose this, I check with the remaining number including this. Then I check this with the remaining numbers, and that will be of O of n cube. Um, how would I do that? Actually, I'll just open VS Code itself, and minus 1, 0, 1, 2, minus 4, 4, print. Okay. Um, so do I have to assume the list can be empty as well? The nums, okay, so the starting value will be 3 to 3000. Um, so hmm, um, triplets, and the basic idea would be we start with the first number, right? So I'll just say I is equal to 0. So while I is less than length of nums, this will go on the first number. It will then take the number next to it, and then it will check all the other numbers whether that will be forming 0 in addition. If it not, then it takes the second number and it checks all numbers in that sense. I mean, to be very much honest, if it's checking this number, this pair has been checked, then this number just has to check the remaining pairs, right? Because if I'm checking this number and this number, अगर ये इसको check कर रहा है, तो this is considering this pair. Then if we can't consider this pair, then this repeated work. So we would rather just go ahead of this. Okay, so it would be something like right, and then we would do j is equal to 0 as well. I have something better would be something like I j is equal to 0 comma 0. ठीक है, and we then check the next number and just predominantly just check. So I want to get the next number in the addition, and just so I guess I should do something like -1, because um, the second number would be essentially just nums I plus 1, and the first number would be basically nums I, and then I would do something like then I would pretty much just check the remaining of them. So I would not check this, so I'll say, so I think I'll just, so I think j would be pretty much starting from here. Yeah, so j would start from I plus 2, right? So 0 1 2, so it would start from I plus 2, and while j stays inside the length of nums, right? So now it will check if first num, because first num second num will change name, plus nums j is equal to 0, then we will have something like local this, then it will do local dot append I plus 1 and j, I think. What's the issue? And this is just gonna triplets dot append I plus 1 and j. So I think this makes sense. So while I is less than length, so we just assume we have the basic case of length 3, 0 1 2, so that will be while I is less than 2, so 0 1 2, because that is 3, the first number would be 0, right, and the second number would be 0 plus 1 1, and the right, and j, the way we'll start our inquisition will be from I plus 2, which will be 2. Now while j is less than nums, right, 2 is less than nums, we would be pretty much be like, okay, if that is, if first num plus second num plus nums j is equal to 0, then we'll append this. If not, then doesn't really matter. If not, yeah, so yeah, we should keep checking, right? Agar ye ho gaya, great. If we come here, ye bhi ho gaya, great. Nahi hua, doesn't really matter. We would just do j plus 1 is equal to 1, and so this will then check for another number, and then we'll just return the triplets. Now I know there's something wrong with this, so before running I'll just see what is wrong. Yeah, so if we assume this test case as an example, first num would be that, second num local का use है ही नहीं, that would be the third num I plus 2, so while j, so j 2 है, Now क्या first num plus second num plus nums j जो हम लोग का भी essentially क्या वो 0 है? Yes, so we just append this and नहीं है, we do 3 तो ये नहीं होगा, then this will break and then we'll do I plus 2 and then we will come over here. We'll come over here and we will say well first num is this, second num is this and then यहाँ पे हम लोग का केस फंस जाएगा. ओ नहीं फंसेगा because yeah and then that will be I plus 2 हो गया and 1 plus 2 will be equal to 3. Is 3 less than 3 तो ये run ही नहीं करने वाला है and we just increment this. This could work. This could work if we take this example minus 1 0 1. If I like if I do minus 1 0 1 and if I run this is either crash and if I do python main.py say 0 1 2 no, okay, this is giving me the index, that is not right. Nums I and nums this and this will be nums j minus 1 0 1. Okay, that makes sense, this is working. Let's take this example. So first it will start over here, it will accept this as a second number and then it will say कि ये third number है मतलब इसका इस example में and the only issue is with this code is because it takes this as a second number and then starts checking all the other numbers, but then there should also be a case where this then takes this number and then takes this as a number and then starts seeing all the other numbers. Yeah, so for every I it will just choose the number on the right as the second number and then keep for over here it will choose this as the second number and then keep checking all the other one. Same चीज़ यहाँ पे, same चीज़ यहाँ पे, but हम लोग का intended behavior is our intended behavior was कि it should do this, choose first this, then run on them, then come here, then run on this. So how can I modify this? um, 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 because we want over here then we have a counter just moves forward after this internal wala khatam ho gaya. So how do we make that counter? I plus 1 while j is less than length of nums, right? So now our first num becomes nums I, our second num becomes nums of j, right? So now okay, so 0, so this becomes 1, right? Right now I will do to another one variable I check, I think this would be then something like k and then k will check from j plus 1. So okay, now right, so now so this is while I and yeah and then we choose the next number and I think my basics are only weak. -1, 0, 1, 2, -1, 4. Now we come to 0, 1, 2, -1, 4. Come to 1, we go to 2, -1, 4. Okay, we come to 2, go to -1, 4. -1, go to 4. Go to 4, we go. Okay, so this is the loop that we want to build. Cool. So now, yeah, this is the loop that we want. Great. And j will be I plus 1, and while j is less than the length of nums. So there is a number j plus 1. Wait. I plus 1. Okay. So now this will pretty much give us that. Right. So our first num would be, for now, would be I. Then our second num would be nums is equal to j. Right, so now we have forgot. So now this chooses this, then it goes this. So now once we choose this, we want to loop again with all of the remaining. So I would say something like k is equal to j plus 1. Now while k is less than length of num. This is O cube chat. This is O cube. And then I'll say third num is equal to nums of k. Okay, and over here then I would have to say k plus 1, and then if first num plus second num plus third num is equal to 0, we would do triplets dot append first num, second num, and third num. Beautiful. This code looks so beautiful, it's terrifying me. Let's remove this. Okay. Interesting. Now, does this code work is the real question that everyone is thinking. Let me do k is equal to k plus 1. ठीक है, तो इसको ले लिया. अब ये आपका j है. इसका मतलब k यहाँ पे होगा. तो now is k less than nums? Yes, it is. इसको अंदर होना है ना इसके. Okay, I was like कि indentation गलत है क्या मेरा? Anyhow, so this will iteratively check this. This is O of n cube. So up, okay, finally, how long? I have I have 8 minutes. Okay, not bad. So it takes over here. Let's give it a new thing. Let's do print s1 dot 3 sum, and we will do -1 0 1 2 -4 4. Yep. And the answer for this should be this. Okay, I don't know how this will work, but oh wow, मैंने 3 triplet निकाल दिया, crazy. The distinct triplets -1 0 1 -1 -1 2. Wow, this actually worked, which is crazy. What if I give this? Yeah, what if I give this? Print p1 3 sum, and I give 0 0 0. Okay, it works. Okay. If I give s1 3 sum, and I give pretty much an empty dictionary, empty, yeah, pretty much कोई का हो रहा ही नहीं है. So it works, chat. It's working. But the only thing is that the distinct triplets are this, and इसमें बोला जा रहा है कि I J K should not match. Okay, buddy, how do I match that now? How will I match that? इतना टाइम लग गया आंसर निकालने में, उसको मैच करूंगा मैं. Let me just check if the indentation is okay. Do you think this will pass? I don't know, buddy. I don't know. Wrong test case. Interesting. Yeah, so it's pretty much what permutation में order matters. यहाँ पे even though the order is different, we don't care. तो if अगर एक बार combination आ गया, it's same. Oh, so I can pretty much just do this. भाई ये क्या हो रहा है? Return sorted sublist. Triplets. This is so overkill. Maybe there's a way of doing this within the actual thing. But yeah, let's see. Okay, so now it's passing all the tests. What is this doing? So it's first of all sorting the sublists for sublists, and it makes it into a tuple that makes it into a okay, okay, not bad. Yeah, I can see what it's trying to do. Let's pause this. It pass a bit. Okay, it's only if it passed then only. Okay, okay. Time needed. I knew this. I knew this was bound to happen. Um, time limit had to. It's over and cube. So um, I think one thing that we can do is um, one thing I can do is I can give this into a sorted list beforehand, and so we wouldn't have to do this. So we just apply it sorted, but it is sorted ही रहेगा ना by the very definition. This will be sorted, right? I don't know if I need to do that. Right, it will be very much sorted by the very definition. Let's just go back. By the very definition, it will be sorted, and we have to make it into a tuple. Time level exceeded, which does it suck? Yes, it does. And I yank this. Do I consider this a pass or a fail? I don't know. Let's see if it passes in NeetCode. It'll be interesting to see. They have less test cases. For a fact, like I know they have less test cases, and I might technically pass in this. Okay, but still okay. Good. Yeah. Okay, I'll pause this because we have technically solved it. But the only issue is the time is too much, and I think the question says um okay. So the way the algorithm works as of now is pretty simple. In a sense, what it does is just go to description. It first chooses the first number, then goes to the second number. So it basically says -1. So -1 is the I. Then you have 0, 1, 2, -1, -4, 0, 1, 2, -4, -4, 1. Yeah, and so that wouldn't have, right? That wouldn't. This wouldn't even start. So पहुंचेगा भी नहीं. So it does that basically. It says -1, then it takes 0, and then it checks everything remaining that. So it checks -1, 0, -1, 0, 1, 2, -4, -1, -1, 1, 2, -1, 1, -1, 2, -1, -4, -1, -1, -4, -1, -4, nothing there. Because by the time it comes to -1, -4, -4 the last, and it's the J. Um, right. It becomes J. Um, but once I tried doing this, it won't work. So, how can we make this O of n square? Um, start no. How can I make this O of n square? I think it's something clever. Maybe doing something with hash maps, because you can see the topics are sorting array and 2 pointers, and the I think is written O of n square. Um, I have 3 pointers over here. How can I make this into O of n? Okay. If I sort this, what would happen? 0, uh, 0, 1, 1, 2, -1, -1, -1, 0, 2, 4, 4 आ जाता है. so I will be n square plus n. So I think do some हम लोग क्या किए थे, we just scanned it once and checked अगर कोई और, so I think उसमें यही होने वाला है minus. Okay, if I search -1, right, मतलब इसका ये मतलब है कि I just search and I just compute the value. So -1 plus 0 is equal to -1. That means to bring this to 0, I need 1. So, oh yeah, it could work like that. It could work like that. Before I even do that, um, let me do one thing. Let me just think of the loop structure, so to speak. So I would do something like while I is less than length of nums, and what I want to do is it's O of n square approach. So we are -1, 0, 2, 4, -1, 0, 1, 2, 4, right? So it would be something like, so this is the first num, right? And we were j is equal to I plus 1, right? It will start from I plus 1 and say while j is less than length of nums. We'll have the second num, which is nums j, right? So that will be that. And j plus plus, okay, why is this I plus 1? Why is my formatter not working? Okay, and so if I just see how this works in action, and right, and if I run this, so for this I would have -1, right? 0, 1, 2, -1, 4. Good. Then for 0 I had 1, 2, -1, 4. Great. Then for 1 I would have 2, -1, 4. Right. For 2 I would have -1, 4. -1 I would only have 1, 4, 5. This is great. This is exactly what I want. And so I would say something like, actually let's take this. Um, right. So I would pretty much implement this, and I would say diff map is equal to this. I think I know what I'm doing. I think if I solve this, I'll be very, very happy. And I would go I don't think if I need triplet wala yet, but chalo theek hai, we'll assume we need it. 0, 0, and I would pretty much run the same loop. So while I is less than, yeah, but it doesn't really matter, right? Agar j I plus 1 is outside the loop, that loop wouldn't run. So we'll have the first num would be equal to nums I, and we have j plus I plus 1, and we'll say while j is less than length of nums, and I will do second num is equal to nums j, and yeah, this is pretty much it. And now what I would do is now, so do some ticked shit over here, right? Pretty much. So what I want to do is, that's how we did in two-sum, is let's say if I take -1, -1 plus -1 is equal to -2. So for -2 has to be in the dictionary. -1, -1, -2. And in order to get 0, I need to x, so -2 plus x is equal to 0, x is equal to 2, so basically into -1. If you consider that as y, x is equal to -5, we basically need the minus of that. Yeah. So how do I encode this information in? So I need +2 to make this positive, to make this 0. how do I put that information? So to sum में when I did 4, so 4 minus the target, what was 7, so 3. Let me just check the two sum wala because that will refresh my uh, memory and help me solve this from two sum. Um, so we do target minus def not in this. Oh, so we check if 3 is not in that. If not, then we would just do def. Okay, if target minus nums I not 4, then we will just do 3. Okay, so in this case, what should I do? I want to get, I have minus 2, I want to get plus 2. Um, um, 2 not in def map, then we'll do def map um, first num plus second num, and we'll just we will just store the value of first num and second num over here, right? else इसका क्या मतलब हुआ? इसका ये मतलब है कि डेफ मैप में नहीं है, मतलब प्लस टू नहीं है, बट अगर प्लस टू है डेफ मैप में, अगर प्लस टू है, so what would I want to do? Because अगर प्लस टू है मतलब it contains the it essentially contains two numbers that add on addition will give me that 2. So I would want to do something like triplets dot append, and well, it's simple. I would attempt first num, second num, and then I want to um again, that's very okay. I'm very confused right now. um okay, I need minus 2. I need minus 2. Minus 2 nahi hai. The thing is, we're looking for three numbers that form 0. um okay, will it be in such a way that the map will contain every number and their index, pretty much every number, right, that exists, and then we can check if it is in the def map, and if it is, then like what I'm thinking is for num in nums, if num not in diff map, then I could do diff map is equal to num, and I mean, what should the, I mean, I just want to check if that exists, right? I just want to know ki, um I mean, contain the num, contain the num itself, else yeah, that's it. Simple as that. So 0 0 nahi hai, 0 0 0. And then I could say, right, if that number is in the def map that we want, we can do triplets dot append. Now this is not right, I know there's some issues with this. I can do first num, second num, and then I can do uh, def map, which is -1 into first num plus second num. This is horribly wrong. I don't know how this will work. I just know there's a, and okay, this is very bad though. Um, I don't know what I'm doing at this point. I'm just so lost. Okay, so what is this? Argument missing for nums. Oh yeah, yeah, my bad. Okay. And so we have -1 0 1 2 -4, and this should give us this output. God bless America. Yeah, God bless America. This ain't happening. Okay, my bad, chat. I didn't even put in the timer set over here. We'll just keep on doing this. Okay, that was close. Ay, ay, ay. I mean, I could always do this. So, like, I could always just, yeah, of course. I can always do this. Yeah. And what's the issue in this? What's the issue? List. Yeah, yeah, what do you mean by that? Is there some error that I don't understand? Uh, and wait a minute. Wait a minute. What? It's keeping it in tuple form. Excuse me? सही तो किया हूँ ना मैं. List dot append, and I append we are appending an array. Uh, okay. Why are you returning? I have to return list. By default, you have to return that list to me. Yeah, but it's returning that. I don't know why that's doing that. Uh, Mildly interesting. Is this a better solution? Does this solution even work, chat? Like, wait, let me just. Wait. I'm not able to paste this. Indentation is all over this. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think I got this properly. Ah, magic. So, um, let's run the test. Fails. Um, oh, this is two sum. Shit. Crazy. Uh, Crazy grind. Three sum. And again, if this works, I'll be so happy, chat. Like, I can't tell you how happy I'll be. Okay, this should work, chat. And does not work. Uh, your output, expected output. Uh, okay, I know what's the issue is. Whether this is right though, just so you guys know. So the reason why this is not accepted is um, two is coming twice. How can two come twice? Also, by the time this comes, by the time even four comes into the consideration, um, this should have been an I, and J is that. How is this? How is this even passing it? Um, because this shouldn't work though. Um, because you see, I do first term. If first term is coming, then j I plus 1 j is, so this is 0 1 2 3 4 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. 0 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5 6. It's gonna be, it's not this can't even run. How is this even working? What? I am okay, chat. In my computer it's showing this, but in this computer it's showing this. Guys, okay, they are not save this. So confused, they are not save this. um Sorted sublist for sublisten. Guys, um, on my own computer, it's not showing it. This is so lousy. Cha, I'm so confused. I'm so. I clicked Y, which means yank. Um, Let me paste it over here. Yeah, 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 okay. That doesn't work. Okay. Again, this is NeetCode. I'm being confused. Okay. So it's telling me for the same thing. It's telling me this. Um, minus 1 0 1 2 minus 4. Okay, this is minus 4. Interesting. So it's not technically the same. Why is it so? Because यहाँ तक तो रन करना भी नहीं चाहिए. Because okay, 1 0 1 um minus 1 minus 1 2. How is minus 4 working over here? मुझे ये नहीं समझ में आ रहा है. My only issue is, okay, okay, wait, pause. Let's okay, I think I'm working now. Let's return only triplets. Let's only return triplets. Um, because I think this is, oh my god, Jesus. Yeah, so it does 2, 4, minus 2. Um, ये किसका कर रहा है? मैं किसको कर रहे हो आप? Unhashable. Again, I mean, I don't know what I'm doing over here. I guess chat. I guess we have come to the point where we have to see the video explanation on YouTube because I've spent more than an hour on this. So I don't think the way he solved longest consecutive series was amazing. Like the way he visualized it on the upper line. That solution has stuck with me. The fact that you could do num minus 1 not in the set to make sure it's the start of a series, that's actually interesting because that doesn't really matter if the array is sorted or not. Even if it's sorted, it's a benefit, but if it's not, that's very good. And then you can keep doing it, checking sure you have. It was very good. But but if you don't want the same number in the A position, what guarantees that you will have the same number in the B and C? Because that what constitutes the similarity, like duplicate element. Um, okay, that question just let's just say blew over my head in some sense. Um, um, yeah, I have solved some. I have not solved it. Crazy. Um, let's see if I recall how to solve it. We have a def map, which will be a dictionary, so to speak, and we'll do for itx. Because this will, yeah, for num in nums, right? So if we have, let's say, yeah, 2, 9 minus 2, we need 7. So how do we say that we need 7? Check, okay. If um, target minus num, not in diff map, right? And um, exactly one solution. Okay, so yeah, so is 7 present in the array? If it's not, then we would just do something like diff map that this, and that's the reason why I need that thing to work. So we would do something like for idx value, for idx valve, is this recording it? Okay. In enumerate nums, if target minus valve not in diff map, then we will do diff map valve is equal to the idx, and else we will just return um, diff map valve, diff map target minus valve, and the current idx. This should work, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, so yeah, because I was right. So we just ask, is 7 in this map? And if it's not, then we just say, okay, fine. So here's 2. If it is, then we just take its index with this and we just submit that. Okay, works. And he said we should also do to sum. Let's run this again. To sum 2. Uh, to sum 2, and yeah. Okay, so over here the arrays are input arrays sorted. Okay, given a one indexed array of integers numbers that is already sorted in non-decreasing order, why can't you just say increasing? These people find two numbers such that they add up to a specific target number. Let these two numbers be numbers index 1 and numbers index 2, where yeah, okay, man, this you should say 0, chat. Okay, return the indices of the two numbers and each incremented. What? Return the indices of the two numbers. What did bro just say? So we have number over here, which is 27. Let me just grab. Let me just wash my face and come, because I'm tired, boss. Let me just wash my face real quick. Yep, back at it. So hmm. So we can't use we cannot use the dictionary because the dictionary will use some order of n, like O of n, pretty much. Well, not all of them, but this is order. So I have somewhat idea from this video of how to use to sum 2, but let's just see what we can do over here. So it's sorted. So let's take this example. So we have 2, 7, 11, 15, and the topics give some hint. This says it's arrays, 2 pointers and binary search. Target 9. So okay, so our target is 9. So we have left pointer, we have right pointer. So when we do 15 plus 2, we get 17. And that's a huge number, right? That's huge. So in order to decrease this, I would decrement the right pointer, and then I would do 11 plus 2, which I'll get 13, which is still quite big. So I'll decrement this to the right, and I'll get 7 plus 2, which gives me 9. Wow. Okay. Um, okay. So how do I code this up? Right, let's just try to code this up. Um, LP, which is for the left pointer. As we are told, this will by contain, so I can say this to be blindly as 0, and right pointer as length of numbers minus 1. Okay, actually let's just start this again here. Why not? Let's start. Cool. So we have left pointer and right pointer. Now while when do I stop the loop? I stop the loop when I get 9. So the answer would be for this is while numbers left pointer um, plus numbers right pointer is not equal to the given target. We will continue this procedure. This could be also mistaken um, because we would want the left and right pointer to be within the range, right? I think the binary search would be while uh, you know um, because while left pointer is not equal to right pointer, right? Think about it, because we wouldn't want the same number to be there. So while left pointer is not equal to right pointer, I think I know this from there. Now let's see if I can. If our numbers left pointer plus numbers right pointer is, let's say, greater than the target, right? Well, that actually, if it's greater than the target, we would do r pointer is equal to r pointer minus 1, right? If elif elif elif, because there could be any number of combination, either वो बड़ा होगा या छोटा होगा या equal होगा, but for the namesake I will still do numbers. I'll copy this and I will say if it's less than the target. How do I explain this from an example point of view? So yeah, so 2 3 4, if we take this over here, target is what, 6, 4 plus 2 6, क्योंकि तब अगर ज़्यादा आ रहा है हम लोग राइट पॉइंट को कम कर रहे हैं. बट थिंक ऑफ इट लाइक दिस, अगर 2 एंड आई मीन लेट्स जस्ट से कुछ नेगेटिव है एंड यहाँ पे 2 है, अगर वो ज़्यादा आ रहा है हम लोग राइट पॉइंटर को कम कर रहे हैं, अगर वो कम आ रहा है तो लेफ्ट पॉइंटर को हम लोग बढ़ाएंगे, pretty much लेफ्ट पॉइंटर को +1 करेंगे. now the best case scenario is दोनों सेम आ गए, so we could just say equal to that. So if it's equal to that, then I could just come here and say return left pointer right pointer, and this should work, right? इसका मौका आना नहीं चाहिए. Wow, I'm terribly wrong. Okay, मैं क्या गलत किया हूँ? Let's see. Okay, हम लोग का आंसर 0 1 है. Why 0 1? Are you indexing based on? Ah, I was like मैं क्या गलत कर रहा हूँ? Indexing based on that. Um, Okay, yeah, GG's. Yeah, so I wouldn't consider this as a oh, this automatic jobs. I wouldn't consider this as my own solving because I was able to figure out because that person. But this solution is very elegant. So I like the way we do it. So अगर ज़्यादा हुआ यहाँ से कम करेंगे y वहाँ से अगर वो कम आया and one thing we can do elif and this will also run by the way. So elegant solution by the way. अच्छा crazy. So मुझे वो राइट पॉइंट वाला समझ में आया क्या मैं ज़्यादा आ रहा है ना कम करना है interesting okay I feel it I feel it and this the way he said I mean I get it I want to see him solve it like um do some neat code before his name was his actual name change it to neat code for branding but I love neat code channel doesn't get better than that. Yeah, this is the question. The solution itself is quite intuitive, but the non-trivial part of this question is knowing why it always works. Suppose there exists a sorted array of n such that exists two indexes a and b that gives us the required sum. We will let, what does this mean? Okay, a is greater than b. A is smaller than b, but somehow after running the algorithm, we don't get any solution. Now consider that at each step we only move. There's just 2 minutes. Yeah, it's my dad. So I guess every Indian dad has to watch the mobile phones. After now consider at each step we move only up or down y next or lower up, which means at some point before since it's the lower at A or if the lower point is A, the upper point must be larger than B. Uh yes. Since it is the first time either pointer hits, then sorted array implies that the current sum must be larger than the yeah, exactly. So wait, it's almost like binary search, but for me the intuition is okay. It makes sense. Ki if both addition gets greater than the target, so we just want to bring it back. That's actually a cleaner solution than mine. Um, yeah, so that's actually much better than mine. Um, I mean, oh, what the hell? Just open up. Um, I think I'm gonna do something like profile. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Endpoint manipulation, baby. Zero. Okay, that's much better because it will never, left and right will always be there. It will never not equal can always. So cool. That was a interesting problem. Um, that was interesting. That was interesting. Um, I'll just change two things about it. Do some. What I will change about it is the fact that this is just the wrong mindset to have. It should be more like, because left and right pointer they won't cross. If they do cross, we're looking at the same number, right? So that would be that, and LP RP is equal to 0 dot length of numbers minus 1. That makes it more cleaner. Why is there no formatter? Yeah, and this will run anyhow. I'm just doing it so I can feel good. Dopamine hits. Yeah, so three sum. So now we have solved two sum and we have solved two sum 2, which is again the assumption that it's sorted. I don't know why they did the fact that you have to increment it from one. God knows what they were thinking. I think the next logical step would be to do three sum because now we know how to work. The two sum 2 is very elegant, right? um, um, if we know that this is greater and this is just like this, uh, we don't have option to go back. We can only go forward. But ये पहले से बड़ा है. So the only place where we can decrease it is by pointing the right pointer over here, which makes sense. Now let's say ये छोटा हो गया sum से. So the only place we can do to increase is on the left pointer. And then it's so a plus b. Why when we are a plus b greater है, then why can't we just do left pointer back? Why can't we do left pointer back? My question is अगर a plus b बड़ा हुआ target से, then why can't I put, if I'm over here, why can't I bring this back over here and then recompute? This will make it slower. सेम ही चीज़ होगा. Okay. ठीक है. I mean, I think that's all for today's NeetCode session. I am tired. I've learned a lot, and I think the next video we'll see some Docker on our fast API. So